we made Orly or Elias, one of the guys, go to the bathroom and say Candyman.
The only shit I know is back in my block we used to go to the basement and they say, yo, if you go to the mirror.
Wasn't there a Spanish one?
No, the other one was Bloody Mary.
There was Bloody Mary, but there was one Spanish one.
That was in Connecticut.
A Spanish name that you could say in the mirror too.
No,
like a girl's name.
Well, there's a thing in DR which is like supposedly true. It's a girl named Anaisa. It's like,
damn, that's a fucking long name.
Yeah, she gets into your body. He become an exorcist and all that.
But there was a Dominican movie that they made like that.
I know, like an exorcist.
Yeah,
that is real bad. Like scary.
But it's not called
true
Anaisa.
Story shit.
It's called something else.
I know,
and I think that was the name they used to use in the Heights.
But Candyman and Bloody Mary, because they say you had to wait till midnight and look at a mirror and say Bloody Mary 3 times. And if you say it, she will scratch in your face.
You know what we should do?
We're going to talk about this in October.
I'm going to tell you something. And if you're down, I'm down to do it.
I'm not going to no cemetery.
No. What we should do one day, in your house, you got that little coffee table. Get a Ouija board.
Oh my God.
And we drink and we play Ouija board with the lights off.
We don't know how to spell when we drunk.
Tell your girl if she's down for it. That'll be fun.
She'll be scared. She won't know.
She'll be in the fire escape.
She'll be in the room. Haga lo que tú tienes que hacer. I'm going to stay here. I will do it.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
Yo, you got to be drunk and smoke.
That's what I'm saying, drunk.
And I got to be smoked.
Because then, you can't move it. Yeah.
But I'll start moving it.
Yes. Yeah.
I think another 80s movie was Chucky.
Chucky was big. Chucky's a big icon.
And I think Chucky scared me a little bit because you never thought of a doll.
Chucky scared me.
Doll.
He didn't scare me like a lot, but he did. Like I would front like I wasn't scared, but then I kind of was.
They don't make, like, that's the shit, is that they don't make horror movies like that.
Especially if they made dolls with certain eyes.
Oh my God.
That's when I was a little scared.
Like they try to do Annabelle, the doll.
Yeah.
That didn't do shit
that
for
shit
me.
would scare me though.
That didn't do nothing for
me. If you have that fucking doll in your house, woo.
I don't know. I just didn't watch, but like 3 months ago, over the summer, it was a movie. I forget the name.
Conjuring? Conjuring has to do with Annabelle.
It has to do a little bit with it.
Yeah. The last one sucks.
It was a girl that she was about to become a nun and then she became like the devil and all.
Oh, that one I don't remember.
I forget the name.
I watched the last Annabelle. It wasn't that great, but the concept is good, but they didn't make it that great.
Like I tell my girl, I go to the movies to watch horror movies and I just laugh because the thing they do, I'm like, that shit don't scare me. Like I haven't had a movie scare me. The last, I think, scary movie was like the Jasons and
the last scary movie for me was The Ring.
That didn't scare me too much.
You jumped up. I went to the movies with this guy.
I watched The Ring in the movies?
Yeah, with you. And really? You jumped up.
I don't know.
And you were trying to fuck. You did. I don't remember this nigga jumped up on some other shit.
I don't remember.
Because I got scared on the closet part. When the girl's on the phone, she opens the closet and the mom, I think it was the mom's mouth, her mom's mouth is open mad wide, or the other girl.
Yeah.
Somebody dies. I was like, holy shit. Like it caught me off guard.
Really?
But you jumped up on some other shit.
I don't remember.
The Ring for me was like a good kind of story. It came out from the TV.
The Ring. What was the other one that Sarah Michelle Gellar did? That was a Japanese movie that she did it.
Maybe it's The Ring, but it's the original Ring.
Well, the Ring was not with Sarah Michelle, not Buffy the Vampire.
Yeah.
It was another Japanese movie that they did. Not
because The Ring is a Japanese movie.
Yeah, but it was another girl that did that movie. Naomi
Michelle
Watts.
I know she did one. Michelle
Gellar. Sarah Michelle Gellar. Yeah. She did one. It was a Chinese remake or whatever Japanese. Yeah. That one scared me a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I don't remember the name of it. But like I'm saying, they don't make scary movies now like they used to do back in the 80s or 90s.
It's hard. It's hard. I think also too we were young, so we probably were scared. Like for us to get scared now is hard. For me now, like anything to do, like The Exorcist, even if I watch it now, will still be sort of scary, but because it's low budget, but it's still kind of like you feel like something's around you.
Like I try to watch now on Netflix, this series called Maria Ann. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. It's a French. I guess it was a French TV show.
Yeah.
And I put it, into U.S. titles or whatever.
Shots, bro.
Coño.
This guy's fucking poured a lot of my shit.
I watched the first episode, and it was what I got from it was
shit. I want to get throws on fire. I feel like I'm in the chicken wing show.
The girl's an author. She's writing books about a certain character that she grew up fantasizing about. But the grandmother on that TV show has a weird face. Dude, like a scary face.
Yeah.
And there's one part in the first episode that she's sitting down talking to her, and she's just peeing on herself. And the girl's telling her, yo, are you okay? I'm okay. I do this all the time. And she's just peeing and she's laughing like,
oh, yeah.
I'm like, yo, but it looks corny. Like, it's 9 episodes, and I'm like, I can't get into it. I got to stop watching it. Because I kept on Facebook feed, watch
I would say the last It movie was pretty good. I liked it.
Number 2?
I haven't seen the last.
The first one.
The first one. It's pretty scary.
Oh, yeah. I saw
and certain parts, like when the kid was in the library.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit. He was going up the stairs.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
There were certain parts, like when the little kid went to get the boat. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
So there was certain little parts.
So, yeah. I'm getting ahead of this podcast, but most of these scary things we're going to talk in the month of October.
I don't know if you're watching now, but American Horror Story
It's in the 80s.
It's in the 80s.
I think this is the only season I'm going to watch, but I'm going to wait till
if I was
Netflix.
You, watch it. You can watch. I'm watching it on the Fire Stick.
Oh, okay, because it's the way the logo is and the way they...
It's all 80s.
Yeah.
It's like kind of biting off Stranger Things.
And it looks like Friday the 13th also because it's in a camp.
It's based on a lake.
Oh, okay.
It's based on a lake.
I think this is the only season.
This one you'll like.
I think this is the only season I'm going to watch.
The first season was good. The first season, like if I was to recommend anybody, to be honest, there's probably like 3 seasons that were real good. The first season for me was real good because it's based on a haunted house.
Okay.
And they did it pretty good.
Gotcha.
There was a few others. I know women like there's like a witch one. All the girls I asked, for some reason, they like that one.
Was there one with Lady Gaga?
Yeah, there was based on a haunted hotel in LA, which I think is based on true. That one was a little scary. That was good, but like the first one was good. A lot of the women like the witch one, which is based in Louisiana.
Okay.
Where witchcraft is kind of known for. There was one that they did they had a scary clown. It's based on a carnival. Carnivals, they had the twins with 2 heads.
Yeah.
That one's a little better. There's like a few ones. But this one is pretty cool so far. 80s movies was big on horror, comedies. Trying to think what else. Music. TV shows from the 80s.
What?
Who's the Boss?
Different Strokes. Facts of Life.
Bill Cosby. The Cosby's,
The Cosby Show.
The Cosby Show was pretty big.
How about Perfect Strangers? That was 80 or 90s?
I think so. And Al Bundy was later, right?
Al Bundy was in the 90s.
Yeah, I think
80s shows. I don't think I was big on like 80s shows because I wasn't even. But all I remember was 90s.
I can think of 2 that I'm actually watching now. Three's Companies.
Okay.
I loved.
But I thought that was like more 70s.
But I guess when I was in the 80s, it was still going on.
Was it reruns?
I don't know. I don't know. Back in the days, they didn't tell you it was a new episode. Facts of Life.
I got to ask Barry. Probably he was.
Facts of Life. I don't know if you ever watched that.
I watched. Yeah, I used to watch.
Different Strokes.
But 80s.
What about the one with Michael J. Fox? Family Ties.
Family Ties. But then you got Alf.
Yeah.
Then you have what's the kid with the blonde hair? Silver Spoon, what's it called?
I used to fucking worship that kid.
And Carlton was in that show.
Yeah.
Carlton. But when it came to 80s shows, but I didn't watch it in the 80s, I caught it later when it was done, was like Knight Rider.
Oh, Knight Rider.
The 18 with Mr. T.
The 18, yeah.
So, but my thing was Knight Rider because of the fucking car and the theme song. It was always...
Knight Rider I watched religiously.
Yeah. So I didn't catch it when it was on in the 80s.
I was never big into Magnum P.I.
No. The other show that I think I could watch was Chips.
I used to watch Chips. Excuse me, people. Dukes of Hazzards. I used to fucking watch that shit like crazy.
Dukes of Hazzard was the shit.
And I always wanted to jump into a car like that. With the thing.
I never could.
I'll be like, open this shit up.
I never could.
Yeah, but I always wanted to do that when I was little.
But 80s TV show for me that I could think of was Knight Rider. But I never watched it like, you know, when it was like a weekly show.
Yeah.
I caught it when it was already like done over with. Like Happy Days. Happy Days I caught later on, but that's not even the 80s. That was like probably in the 70s, I think.
Well, yeah, I loved Happy Days. Laverne and Shirley.
I never watched an episode of that.
I love Laverne and Shirley.
The Martian guy with Robin Williams.
Nanu. Yeah.
I think I've only watched one episode.
I watched that. Never. The Odd Couple.
Yes, but
you know what's weird, because I was so young watching The Odd Couple. I don't know why I liked it.
Like,
because it made no sense. I'm such a young guy. They were too grumpy. Yeah. One was a grumpy old man. One was an organized guy.
Make No Sense was All in the Family. Like, I never was into it.
All in the Family. I didn't even know what that.
This dude was like the most racist guy. All in the Family.
Oh, Mr. Bunker, whatever is his name.
Some shit like that. Yeah. The only shows that I could remember from back in those, like you said, Three's Company.
He's like from Sanford and Son.
Yes.
Yeah. What about Good Times?
Good Times. It's like, I only caught
Dynamite?
Good Times when it was done. That was like, What's Happening?
What's Happening? I used to watch in the 80s.
What's Happening? I watched when it was, when it was done, not like episode for episode.
I think I used to watch it episode by episode.
It was already What's Happening with Rerun doing the dance and the Raj with the glasses.
What about this woman, this guy moving up to the east side?
Damn.
Fuck. People were a little twisted, so they'll mind us.
I know the Moreno you're talking about.
Yeah, Mr. Jefferson. The Jeffersons. There you go. Yeah.
I watched a couple episodes of that.
I used to watch the Jeffersons.
It's like crazy. 227. That was the other like.
That was after.
Yeah. But
the Honeymooners, for me.
Oh, the Honeymooners?
For me, I got into Cheers later. I don't know why, because like I said, I was such a young kid. Why am I watching a show about adults being in a bar?
Yeah.
But I got into Cheers later on in life. Three's Company is like one I could think of. The Different Strokes, like we mentioned. I'm trying to think of what else. You know, I used to love this show called Moonlighting.
I've heard of Moonlighting.
That's the first I got introduced to Bruce Willis. It was Bruce Willis with Cyril Shepherd.
Yeah.
I used to love that show. And Who's the Boss? I used to love.
But it's the same thing as Welcome Back, Kotter.
I don't know what was Welcome
That's
Back.
with John Travolta.
He
was in high school,
but I never watched it.
I don't know if that was the 80s or 70s.
I never watched Welcome Back, Kotter. But Moonlighting, I watched. Who's the Boss? I watched. Charles in Charge.
Oh, but Charles in Charge, was that 90s or 80s?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So, Charles in Charge, I think, was 90s.
Yeah. Who's the Boss is 80s.
Who's the Boss is 80s. It's the same thing like Family Ties and Facts of Life and Different Strokes.
Yeah.
But all these shows that we're talking about, I don't think I watched them on a weekly thing when it was like new. I started catching it when it was reruns already, when it was done.
Probably, man.
It was done for me because I remember I used to come home. It used to be on Channel 5, which is Fox, and they used to come on at 4, whatever, 5 o'clock.
Kind of like the way Seinfeld's on.
Exactly. Different Strokes already done for me.
Yeah.
So I was able to watch everything. I was able to watch when Janet Jackson came on. I was able to watch when they got older, and so I did not watch it when it was live.
Yeah.
Which probably would have been like a cool show to watch.
Yeah. Well, your fucking mom was probably hogging up the TV.
Yeah, because
watching novelas.
Because when I was watching the TV show, like Different Stroke, right?
Yeah.
Gary Coleman had movies about he wanted to be conductor of trains and shit like that. So me watching these reruns of TV shows was open my eyes to watch movies that these actors did.